very good evening. Welcome to The World Now at 4 on Hills TV. I am Uduak Daniel. First, let's talk the headlines. And on the headlines, ahead of 2023 elections, INEC swears in new regs. Still on the headlines, Ethiopian government, TPLF agreed to cease fire. Also on the headlines, Pakistan ex-PM shot, wounded in protest. And on sports, UEFA to begin Women's National League in 2023. And now the news in detail. The Independent National Electoral Commission, that is INEC, has sworn in 19 newly appointed resident electoral commissioners, that is RECs, in preparation for the 2023 general election. Newsman had reported on October 5, 2022 that the 19 regs were confirmed by the Senate. Similarly, in July, the President Muhammadu Buhari approved the names of 19 nominees as resident electoral commissioners, that is RECs, of the Independent National Electoral Commission, that is INEC, to the Senate for confirmation.
Do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
In his remarks, the INEC boss Mahmoud Yakubu charged the new RECs to be neutral in the discharge of their responsibilities.
On behalf of the Commission, let me first of all congratulate you on your nomination, confirmation and appointment or reappointment as resident electoral commissioners. You should not be visitors to government houses and must never hold unofficial meetings with politicians, even after official working hours. All matters pertaining to official responsibilities should be conducted in the office, attended by the relevant staff, and properly documented. This is your best protection against mischief.
Reacting the Edo new REC, Obo Efanga, on behalf of the new RECs, assured Nigerians of credible effort in conducting the polls.
And I want to assure everyone that we are here to serve, and we are here to serve the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we'll be conscious of the fact that all our actions are such that will deepen the integrity of the electoral system.
And away from that story, a woman of Nigerian descent, Amanda Azubike, has been promoted from Lieutenant Colonel to Brigadier General of the United States Army at a military base in Fort Knox, Kentucky, USA. Commenting on her leadership qualities, U.S. Army Futures Command Commander General James Rainey stated that Azubike makes everyone around her better. And away from that, Azubike also spoke on her journey and thanked everyone who made the journey a success. Born in London, United Kingdom, that is the UK, to Nigerian parents, Azubike joined the U.S. Army in 1994 and became an aviator after passing the Army Aviation. Iman Suleiman Ibrahim has reiterated the need for periodic information sharing, promotion of institutional coherence among migration stakeholders, saying it is key to effective migration governance in Nigeria. He said this at the meeting of the Technical Working Group on Migration and Development in Nigeria, which held in Abuja, the nation's capital. The acting chief of Mission International Organizations for Migration, that is the IOM Affairs Department, Catherine Odida, has taken active steps towards ensuring all the recommendations are implemented. When we return, news from other parts of Africa. Don't go away. Remain calm on the eve of a court hearing in a rape case brought against them. His arrest and indictment in March last year led to several days of deadly riots, looting and destruction. The 48-year-old politician who came third in the last presidential election and plans to run again in 2024 has been accused of raping an employee of a beauty salon where he was getting a massage. Sonko says he believes that the case against him was a plot hatched at the top of the state and a trap set by President Macky Sall as a strategy of chaos to discredit his political opponents. Members of Sonko's Yawi Askanwi opposition coalition have expressed their support for their leader, saying they will stand together in the face of any injustice. Members of the Senegal's opposition added that all these strategies, all the subterfuges, were based on an incumbent wanting to put forward a third candidacy. Two of the president's other opponents, the former mayor of Dakar, Khalifa Sall, and former minister Karim Wadi, have seen their careers interrupted by legal problems. Sall, who was elected in 2012 for 7 years and re-elected in 2019 for 5 years, has remained vague on whether he intends to run for a controversial third term in office. And to matters that concern the UN hails a very welcome first step, while Washington claims a major breakthrough in regards to Ethiopia's announcement of a cessation of hostilities between the government and the rebels in Tigray after over a week of negotiations led by the African Union in Pretoria, South Africa. The warring sides in Ethiopia announced Wednesday an agreement to silence their guns after 2 years of devastating conflicts that have claimed thousands of lives and left millions needing aid in Africa's second most populous country. According to Newsman, it was reported that the surprise deal between Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's government and the Tigrayan rebels were unveiled after a little over a week of negotiations led by former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo.
For all of us to honor this agreement, we must be true to the letter and the spirit of this agreement. The people of Ethiopia expected more than the text of this agreement. They demand peace and harmony. They desire development. They have charted a promising and bright future. The government on its part will take various proactive measures to nurture democracy.
According to reports, the breakthrough was announced almost exactly 2 years to the day since the war erupted in November 2020. The delegations in Pretoria said it was now up to both sides to honor the agreement, while Abiy himself vowed a strong commitment to its implementation. We now move to other parts of the world after this break. Stay with us. Always a delight to have you back. This is The World Now at 4 on Hills TV. Reports from Islamabad says Pakistan's former Prime Minister Imran Khan has sustained a bullet injury in his leg after shots were fired at a rally in Gujranwala. Azhar Mashrani, an official with the Khan's Pakistan Tehreek and Insaf party, confirmed to news reporters that a politician was shot in the leg but was not in danger. Imran Khan has been leading a protest march from Lahore to the capital Islamabad to demand snap elections after he was ousted in April. However, the suspect has been arrested and his confession taken. And now away from that, let's get to Albania and have you know that Prime Minister Edi Rama has accused the UK of scapegoating its citizens to excuse its failed policies on borders and migration. Rama said Britain was a role model on integrated minorities, but was now becoming like a madhouse, as he told Newsman that Home Secretary Suella Braverman's remarks about the UK being invaded would fuel xenophobia. Facing criticism at home and abroad, Braverman is due to visit Dover later, after saying she would visit an overcrowded migrant processing center in Manston, Kent, shortly. The Home Secretary is, although not expected to take questions from the media in Dover, where an immigration facility was targeted in a firebomb attack last week. But the Home Office said it was working closely with Albania to tackle illegal migration. Last week as well, MPs were told 12,000 Albanians had arrived in the UK after crossing the English Channel so far this year, compared to 50 in 2020. And now let's quickly jump into the business news and have you know that the Nigerian Ports Authority, that is the NPA, has inaugurated a new terminal, Exports Processing Terminal, that is the EPT, located in Ijora, Apapa, Lagos State, in its determination to boost exportation in Nigeria. Speaking during the inauguration, the managing director, NPA, Mohammed Bello Koko, said that the move was a demonstration of the NPA's premium place on the speedy, prioritized handling of exports in a bid to make Nigeria exports competitive in the global marketplace. He noted that the initiative signposted the agency's commitment to the implementation of the National Action Plan, that is the NAP, on agro exports.
We are one of those stakeholders that should actually join and support federal government's effort. If you recall, we licensed 10 different locations in Lagos and Ogun State as export processing terminals. Now, the essence of these locations is, first of all, for us to be able to have collection centers for all non-oil exports. These locations are supposed to, and they are furnished with weighbridge, the right cargo handling equipment. You also have presence of Nigerian Custom Export Desk and every other government agency that is supposed to be involved in processing of exports.
And now to the UK, where the Bank of England has warned of a very challenging two-year slump, with unemployment nearly doubling by 2025 as its longest recession since records began, having raised interest rates by the most in 33 years. Bank boss Andrew Bailey warned of a tough road ahead for UK households, but said it had to act forcefully now or things will be worse later on. It lifted interest rates to 3% from 2.25%, the biggest jump since 1989. By raising rates, the bank is trying to bring down soaring prices as the cost of living rises at its fastest rate in 40 years. Food and energy prices have jumped in part because of the Ukrainian war, which has left many households facing hardship and started to drag